Hi everybody, my name is Gabriela Fernandez and this is my portfolio presentation for fall semester of 2020. I was born and raised in Jacksonville, Florida. My high school was very academic heavy, so I didn't really get to explore arts all that much during high school. I was an IB student, which means I was in a program called International Baccalaureate. This means that I was in a multitude of college level courses all the way through high school. I did start college out at FAU, Florida Atlantic University, in 2014 when I graduated high school. I did transfer to UNF in the fall of 2015, where I declared a major in studio art with a concentration in photography. My biggest reason for wanting to major in photography is the gentleman in this photo next to me. His name is Adam Malkius, and he is a concert photographer. And his work is part of the reason I really wanted to become a photographer and do concert photography and really explore that more. So my biggest inspiration at the moment is largely with nature and the body or human figure, exploring those ideas or intertwining them together. And also these four artists here, Monica Pulsa, Sebastian Schramm, Patty Marr, and Christopher Relander, are also large inspirations for me right now. All of these artists focus on either portraiture that is faceless or integrating nature and portraiture together, or in Monica Pulsa's case, cyanotype and macro images of the body using cyanotype. So this is some of my past work here. On the ends, those are from the same series from one of my photo classes here at UNF. It's where I compared the human form to a dog form, and both the dog and the human model were positioned similarly, and these images were displayed together so people can compare and contrast them. And then the middle image is from my very first photo class here. It's a faceless image, and these types of images are often sprinkled throughout my work here at UNF. This is some of my other work from the alternative photo class here. The very first image is a cyanotype, the other two are BVD process. In this project, I really was exploring textures and lighting, not so much with color, but with how the color interacted with the alternative processes. So the themes that I often explore in my images have to do with body image and self-esteem. That's often why I choose to do faceless portraits or doing portraits on some sort of sliding scale of abstraction. They're not always quite abstract, as you can see this one here. You can obviously tell it's a person, but I feel like faceless portraits and, portraits that have some sort of disconnect with the body and the camera really portrays how people a lot of times feel about body image and self-esteem. Growing up, my mother was very, very focused on, how you looked, what you weighed, if you were pretty or not, and things like that. And that really affected me, and I think it really comes through in my photography a lot. And I think it's a big issue, especially within our society right now, with pressure on young women especially to have this certain image when in reality it's not attainable. And often I like to connect the body back with nature so that people, kind of feel that everyone feels that sort of pressure, and we all just need to get back to nature and back to being ourselves and not focusing on body image. So this project, Unknown Together, is from the spring of 2020, and it was up close images of the body, really just focusing in on little moments of the body that we often overlook, but we all have them. We all have stretch marks, we all have wrinkles, we all have belly buttons, and that's what really this project was focusing on. It was just those close-up images of the body, where you can kind of see what they are and you kind of can't. My project this semester is called Flora and Humans. So with this project, I was using the silhouette of body parts and the human figure, and using plants to create some sort of body function, bones, veins, whatever it may have been within the silhouette using cyanotype. So my cyanotype process is a very basic cyanotype process, but when I'm making the images, I cut out the silhouette and then I place the plants, or the sticks in this case here, to block out the sunlight to make that image. And so here is me exposing the image after it's been sensitized. And here is one of the images here. You have a silhouette of a female, and then a fern as the ribs. And then here is the image of the hand from the 2 earlier photos of the process. And it's just, pieces of sticks that I laid to look like the bones in your hand. This one here is a nervous system with weeds. And while cyanotypes, often aren't perfect, you can tell that they were handmade too. So this one has a little bit less of the blue color, but that's also what makes it unique in that way. And this one here is the spine, and using a vine, and it mimics our vertebrae. And that's really what this project was about, was using nature to mimic our body and show that we are still connected to nature. We are made out of nature, and that really body image isn't something that everyone should focus so much on. After school, I do continue on working on body and nature themed art. Maybe not so much on an abstract sliding scale, maybe more figural and, more able to see what it is. I also want to work on music photography and maybe some commercial work, wherever it takes me. But thank you for your time.